Hear from one of our presidents, Susan.
It's an absolute privilege to stand here today to welcome and worship with you and to have the opportunity to share my thoughts. My co-president, Scott Musoff, and I both are grateful beyond words to be offered this privilege and to have been trusted by you with the responsibilities of the Kol Ami presidency for a third year. There are great benefits to having experience in a position. I now know to wear long sleeves on the bima so that I can focus on the service and not on how cold I am. Scott now knows not to stand too close to lit candles as we greet congregants during Nila or risk a major dry cleaning bill or worse. And we both now know to keep Jess and Paul on speed dial at all times. But all kidding aside, experience can result in greater understanding of one's responsibilities and community, leading to more effective leadership. On the flip side, experience and familiarity can lead to complacency and general acceptance of how the way things are, instead of the way things can or should be. Scott and I do not plan on flipping the autopilot switch and sitting back to enjoy the ride. You, our Kol Ami community, have inspired and awed us. And we intend to pursue an ambitious agenda to see that Kol Ami continues to think and act creatively, meaningfully, and boldly in our pursuit of serving you, our congregants, the Jewish community, and the world around us. I have given great thought to what that means in practice and what principles should guide us. In some ways, engaging in this level of reflection is a gift. As I'm sure you can understand, addressing everyday needs alone can take up all waking hours. So I'm particularly grateful when inspiration strikes unexpectedly. Like late in the summer, when I received a call from Rabbi Weiner. Our trustee installation service was approaching, and he reached out to propose something new. Would I be willing to read Torah? Would I be willing to read Torah? To me, there is no greater honor, and I said yes before Rabbi Weiner had the chance to provide a single detail. You see, I did not grow up with a conscious connection to Torah. Girls were not permitted to read Torah at my synagogue at the time I was a student. And though I learned the stories of our foremothers and fathers, Torah study was not a core component to my religious education. My connection to Torah really started when I joined Kol Ami. I will never forget when our daughter Talia was named. Rabbi Milgram called our family to the bima, and I watched in awe as she drew 6-year-old Alex and 3-year-old Gabriella to the Torah, inviting them to see the beautiful handwritten words and pointing out that the root of Talia's name, Tal, appeared in that day's parsha. Kol Ami meaningfully connected me again to Torah a few years later as I prepared for Passover. My family was traveling to the Bahamas for the wedding of one of my husband's closest friends from college. And as much as I look forward to the trip, our family's first outside the country, as I stood in the religious school office to offer holiday greetings, I lamented that my family would not have the chance to have a proper Passover Seder. The response I received surprised me. Susan, you are lucky. You get to celebrate by the sea just like Miriam. So, along with swimsuits and sunscreen, packed in our bags were a Seder plate, Haggadot, and tambourines. Our hotel set up a table at the water's edge, and at the point in the Passover story of Miriam's Song of the Sea, memorialized in Exodus, our own 5-year-old Miriam led us in song, tambourines in hand, as our bare feet splashed in the water. It wasn't long before Kol Ami connected me most directly to Torah. As Alex prepared to become a bar mitzvah, he and I decided we would learn to chant Torah together. We learned trope, the symbols and notes that connect us to our ancestors. And on a beautiful day, almost 4 years ago to this day, both he and I chanted Torah for the very first time on this bima. So with this backdrop, it should come as no surprise that when I received Rabbi Weiner's invitation to chant Torah at our installation, I said yes, no questions asked. When I got the details, when I received a copy of the Parsha and the lines I would be chanting, I quickly saw that they included these 3 words, Tzedek, Tzedek Tirdof. 3 words that may be familiar to you. 3 words I knew held incredible power. Justice, justice you shall pursue. Countless pages of commentary have been dedicated to these 3 words. They form a cornerstone of our belief system, that justice, that doing what is right and just is paramount. So, as I prepared to chant Torah the following Shabbat, I felt the immense weight of these 3 short words. It was a weight that, frankly, almost crushed me. As I entered the sanctuary the evening of the installation, I had what I can only describe as jitters, ridiculously crazy jitters. Somehow, on my way into this building, I forgot the trope, I forgot the vowels, I forgot my yad in the car. Somehow, as I was called to the Torah, as I walked down the aisle from my seat to this bima thinking, I'm really not sure how this is going to work out, I managed to pull it together. It was not the most beautifully chanted Torah by any means, but I assure you, it was meaningfully chanted. And with great pride and with great humility, I exclaimed, Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof. And it was through that experience that I recognized the guiding principle for our work at Kol Ami. Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof. What is just? What is righteous? As a synagogue community, I believe we are obligated to engage in more than prudent decision-making. Our actions must be fair, they must be just, they must be righteous, and they must be compassionate. And just as our decisions are guided by Torah, so too are our practices. Through our acts of righteousness and compassion, we live Torah. We are living Torah when we welcome and support our fellow congregants through times of joy and of hardship. When we worship together each Shabbat and holiday, when we teach our children our history, our customs, our values, when we set priorities and make business decisions in the best interests of our congregation, when we pursue justice for ourselves and for others, as our Be the Light Social Justice Task Force has done so passionately and effectively. And when we protect our environment and conserve our resources, actions our Green Team has taken and will continue to take in earnest. So I stand here today and invite you to be part of our connection to Torah. Join us at services. Join us in our efforts to support one another. Join us in teaching our children. Join us in study. Join us in celebration through music and song. Join us as decision makers in the boardroom. Join us in our efforts to protect and improve our world. And join us in creating our new Torah. Julie Seltzer, our Torah scribe, is with us today, and I invite and encourage all of you to meet her after services. You soon will receive detailed information about how you can participate in our Torah project through our adult and youth learning sessions with Julie, at evenings of cocktails and learning at congregants' homes, and through donations and dedication opportunities ranging from letters to parshas to stories to books. There is a role for each and every one of us in this Torah project, and I hope you find a meaningful way to participate and to contribute to its creation and its funding. We are blessed to be able to live Torah each day. As you leave the sanctuary today, consider the ways in which you will live Torah this new year. Each of us can make an impact on each other, on our community, and on our world. What will yours be? What will ours be? I hope you'll reflect on these questions as we continue to celebrate the holiday today and tomorrow. Our family service will start at 3:30 this afternoon, followed by a family reception. Our community tashlich will be at 5:15 at the home of Deb and Scott Smith, 92 Sheldrick Road in Scarsdale. You may walk to the Smiths' home from Kol Ami by exiting out of the Cushman Road exit. Services tomorrow morning will start at 10 o'clock. Please join us for worship and a luncheon reception to follow. As you exit today, please take a copy of the beautiful new adult education brochure. Not only is the brochure itself a stunning piece of artistry, but the breadth of programming we are offering in the coming year is incredible. We hope to see you at many of the programs all throughout the year. And once again, Sisterhood has provided us with grocery bags for our food drive. Please take the bag and bring it back with you on Yom Kippur, filled with non-perishable food items. Last year, we donated 6,000 pounds of food to Feeding Westchester, and we hope to surpass that goal this year. On Yom Kippur, our children will have the opportunity to sort and pack all the food that has been donated. There are thousands of Westchester residents counting on the food we donate, so please give generously. And finally, don't forget your Torah Project bookmark. And don't forget to look for a mailer next week with more information. We hope you'll join us in one or more of the exciting programming and fundraising opportunities surrounding the creation of our new Torah. And as I mentioned earlier, Julie Seltzer, our scribe, will be with us today. Between both the early and late services and at the family service, you'll have the opportunity to meet Julie and learn about how she will write our new Torah. I thank everyone who participated in our worship service today. You brought great meaning and joy to our observance. We also thank our incredible custodial staff who work so hard to ensure every aspect of our worship experience is enjoyable. On behalf of the Executive Committee and the entire Board of Trustees, I wish you a happy and healthy new year. May 5780 bring you and your loved ones much sweetness, joy, and blessing. Shana Tova.
Ki ata